What's up, all? I'm here to do an unboxing, unbagging, whatever. A opening of the new Fistful of Lead Horse and Musket game by Wiley Games. Let's check it out. I received this a while ago, and I wanted to get this review, or not a review. It's an opening. Just to show you what it is. I've not played this particular version yet. I have played Wiley Games, I've played Fistful of Lead, and I've played Bigger Battles. Fistful of Lead is more skirmish, think, 5v5 or something like that, and then you can have as many players as, I don't know how many, as many, but you can have many players against each other or together running, squads or groups or detachments of, 5 to 10 figures each, depending on how they're based and all that. Bigger Battles is a version where basically you have units or stands. So I've played World War II and use a squad, but basically, it kind of is the same thing really. But Horse and Musket is Fistful of Lead, so a skirmish level, and I just want to show you what it looks like. When I pre-ordered the cards and the book. There's, also templates you can buy and markers. I have the template and some of the markers already, so I didn't get that, but I did notice there's a ladder and a canister template, so I wonder if that template's different and if I could have got that. I don't remember that. Anyway, and I don't play Horse and Musket, frankly, but I wanted to support Wiley Games, and this is one I would play. He's got a fantasy one coming out soon. Like, I probably won't get that one because I probably will never play that. But if you're into fantasy, I would recommend it because I know it's going to be. I just know it's going to be good. Anyway, I bought this. So let's look at the cards first. So this is a card activation game. So if I have 5 stands or units or figures, I would get 5 cards. Generally, I'm going to not get all the rules 100%, but it's pretty close. And you activate by the cards. So let's take a look at these. This comes in a nice plastic case. Now look, before I bought these cards, I've played Fistful of Lead and Bigger Battles with my own deck of cards, and I wrote some things on the cards because, cards are a dime a dozen. So, and the cool thing is this is, it's designed for the game, and then it's kind of the period looking, kind of art and all that, which is cool. Distressed look. Jay is a graphic designer, and you can see it in his work. It's great. So just so basically you activate, kings first down to 2s. So kings would go first and then 2s last. Although you got aces are wild, so aces can go whenever. I mean, you could go last if you wanted, I guess. Maybe you want to. But it's cool. So on here they'll tell you, like, remember, aces are wild. Not hard to remember. So all those are the same. All the 2s are the same, and basically you roll 2 dice and take the better. Yeah. So if you get that card, you'll want to remember that and, use it to your advantage. You get a free reload on 6 because a reload takes an action. So all the 6s are the same. 1 reroll for a turn. All the 7s are the same. And then they start, there's a few jacks that have, a 1 in close combat. I turned all these a 1 in close combat. Then the other jacks are a 1 to shooting and a 1 to shooting. Queens are recover from shaken, recover from wound, and then king go first because the king of spades. Because it goes in suit, order, spades, spades, hearts, diamonds, clubs, so reverse alphabetical order. So if everyone's got kings, the king of spades would go first. Pretty cool. Again, the aces are wild, and the ace can be any card, even those with special abilities. So you'll want to try to do that as much as you can, and so it's pretty cool. And so that ace allows you to have some flexibility, and that's how the cards work, and that's how activation works. So that works the same in Fistful of Lead, Horse and Musket. I'll just go over the basics and go through it pretty quick. So again, really nice design. Real quick, I want to point out that the brothers Arnold, which is Chris and Jay, and so Jay's got the podcast Veteran Wargamer. Chris is not Jay on Rocky's War Room, and it's cool because now this time Matt, Rocky's War Room, has his name's in the book, so that's pretty cool because they help him a lot with play testing and doing stuff and have forever. He's got all these guys here that help him. Really cool stuff. Oh, I do want to say real quick, Fistful of Lead, you can buy the basic set, Fistful of Lead rules, and play any era you want. You can play science fiction, horse and musket, caveman, fantasy, whatever. Jay Wiley creates these. Well, one, because he's very creative, and it's more sales and things like that. But and it gives him a chance to kind of express. But he tells you don't have to buy any of this stuff. You can do all this on your own. But this is nice. I mean, I got to tell you, it's nice to have these things, these ideas, and kind of thought through, and then but it is made to to be creative and things like that. So get Fistful Lead, and you can do whatever you want. You don't have to buy all these books by any stretch. So 10-sided die, like I said, told you about the activation. So the actions are pretty standard, but you get to do 2 actions per turn. There are walking, moving, running, crawling speeds. You have wounds and shock, or a big part of this game, and they affect your shooting and movements and actions. And of course, that's pretty cool. Covers. There's close combat. It's just your pretty standard stuff. Your different conditions, and you'll see you can recover from things. And then there's tasks. If it's easy, regular, or hard. Opening a door, lighting fires, whatever you want to do. He gives you an example of a turn. So that's page 20, and you're pretty much done with those. And then you have, how to build your detachment, or assembling your detachments. Talk about how to build your characters. And then you're going to have all these special traits and things that add things. Again, that Deadeye +1 to shoot rolls, you can make something up and say whatever it is you want about it. And your characters can have so many traits. You can equip it with different weapons, of course. You can see, some of the weapons are, they might have special notes or abilities. He describes the weapons in case you're not familiar with the eras. He's got horses. You can have a campaign where your characters can get kind of almost role-playing like. I mean, that's 2 pages. And then you got scenarios, and there are 3x3 or 4x4 boards. Pretty simple. Nice little pictures here, probably from his tables. You can, photocopy these, or get them off his website, or cut them out there. But you wouldn't want to cut them out, because on the back is the canister and the ladder. These are character cards. Now, if you see Jay Wiley's character cards, because they're all graphic designers over there, amazing. They're great. You can do all kinds of stuff. Not Jay's done some great things, cards too. And then you got your play, and you could pretty much play the game from here. The only thing you'd have to remember are all the traits. They remind you what the special cards are. So if you're using a regular deck of cards, that's why I'd recommend writing it on there, because it's easy to forget. But everyone has this. Everyone can play the game, and they'll know how to play it. Of all the sandbox games, I've played this one and another one. I've not played Horse and Musket yet, but I've played Fistful of Lead and another sandbox. I just really like this one. I think it's the D10. I think it's the Wound and Shock. I don't know. And just the things made sense to me. The other one just didn't. It was cool, but it just didn't. It was didn't click for me. But this one does click for me. So I like to share that if you go on there to order from Wiley Games, you can use Rocky when you order from like Rocky's War Room. So just enter Rocky, and you can get, I think it's 10%, but I don't want to oversell it. Maybe 5 to 10% off your order. I don't think that counts for pre-orders and stuff. This isn't for pre-order anymore. It's just regular order. I still like the look of the comic book look. I think that's kind of cool. But nice quality. And you get PDFs as well. So if you're overseas, he was just talking about, I heard him talking about, if you're like overseas and you can get on the Facebook group and you can find a group of players from your area, you can save on shipping. I don't know, fantastic stuff. I think it's really cool. I recommend it. It's a buy, 2 thumbs up. I don't know, whatever. The only thing I get from this is that we've really, it's been fun. I mean, he's been doing just fine without, our stuff that we've been doing with kind of affiliated with Rocky's War Room. And, when I was playing Bigger Battles, I think I had 3 people buy the game. It was the most, that's not very many, but it is for me. I had 3 people buy the game while they were watching me play Bigger Battles. There's just something about it that really clicks. And if I were playing this, I would probably have the same thing. So I don't know what it is. I don't get anything for it except for the satisfaction that people seem to really be enjoying it. And I think that's pretty awesome. And Jay is a pretty good dude. So that's why I'm really endorsing it. Now, I did have the opportunity to go play games at his house last weekend, but I had some other stuff going on. So cool stuff. do it, and like Wiley Games and enter Rocky into like the coupon code or something, and you should get some percent off. Hope like that works for you. And if it doesn't work, the prices are still good. Okay, that's that. We'll see y'all. Oh shoot, I keep forgetting. Mr. Charles Latorra, speaking of the community, Mr. Charles Latorra, and I got to get this memorized. He suggested, I was asking for sign-offs. He suggested this one. Hey, if you have a better one, hey, I'm all open. But right now, Charles has got the one that's winning. So I'm going to say that's all for now. You know, toss some dice, air out that robe, and have fun.